Okay, so a fantastic question just came in from a client. Client got a negative review, and the person essentially said, I came, I requested dentures, I never got them. Now the practice refuses to give me my money back. I am an aged person who has been taken advantage of. I am very disappointed and disheartened. Okay, now I'm going to tell you something about that review. That is going to press the buttons of very many people. It's going to get under the skin of a lot of people. That review could cost you over 20% of your new clients, your new business. So you got to jump on this. So what is the checklist of things to do? Well, the first thing to do, reach out to that patient. Okay? Now, there might be a whole backstory I don't know about, that we don't know about, 100%. Get that data. Do all the homework. If that was handled by an associate doctor, which in this case it was, the owner, I told the owner and the office manager to go get all the data about the case. They got the data. They found out what the data was. It wasn't not only exactly like what the person said, it was quite different than what the person said. But you can't go into that online because if you're in the United States, you have HIPAA. If you're in Canada, you have even more stringent privacy protection laws for patients. So you can't go into descriptive explanation online about what that case is. So the first thing you want to do is see what you could do to get that person in, contact that person. If needed, go have that person picked up by an Uber or a shuttle service. If necessary, go out, send a staff member, or you yourself go out and talk to that patient. Is it worth it? Yes, it's worth it. Something like that online, this could be a lot of trouble. So once you've got the data, get the appointment, get that person in. Now you've got that person in front of you. Now the doctor said, hey, I got the appointment. This is great news. I just feel a little bit strange about getting that person to amend or remove their review. So here's the way to approach that. Tell the person that, first you want to just sort things out because that's the right thing to do. Second of all, you were alerted to this by your consultant. I'm your consultant. I'm alerting you of it. And that your consultant wanted to see what it would take to make things right so that that review could be either removed or updated and amended. It's coming from you, but it's really coming from me as your consultant. So you're saying, my consultant saw this. He said, I should ask you, what would it take to get this review removed? Now, where are you going to ask that? Well, you're going to get all the data from the person and do everything you can to sort things out. Say you sort things out satisfactory. Say, now listen, I hate to bring this up. I even feel a little bit weird about bringing this up, but my consultant, I asked him what to do, and he went online and saw the review and said, really see what you can do to encourage the patient to amend or remove the review. That way it doesn't seem like it's just coming from you. Or you could just, if you feel totally okay, just ask them. Just say, okay, I want to make that review go away. What is that going to take? I really appreciate the fact that you left a review. And, that's the benefit of technology today, is that these reviews create motion and get us to, get off our duff and do what the right thing is. And so I hope we've done the right thing. Do you feel like we've done the right thing? Great. Now, you okay on taking the review down? Is that okay? Would you do that right now? I just got to report back to my consultant. Boy, he's all over me on that one. Get them to do that right then and there. Just like you are going to get them to leave a review right then and there, get them to do that right then and there. Get them to do that before you refund the money. I'd say the person says, listen, here's what it comes down to. It's just hard times. I can't really afford my copay. I just felt weird. My insurance said no. You guys kind of gave me the idea it wouldn't be a problem. Of course, we could have that argument all day long. Like, it shouldn't have been a problem. Your insurance company is making it a problem unnecessarily. That doesn't get this person out of it. So the person felt compelled to leave a review in hopes that they could pressure you out of forgiving the bill. What am I going to tell you to do? I'm going to tell you that a negative review can cost you thousands, tens of thousands, and over the lifetime of that review, hundreds of thousands of dollars. So take that datum and do what you think is right. Okay, I don't want you to violate your integrity. I don't want you to feel blackmailed. You will find some people will try to use reviews as a blackmail tool. And that's why I'm going to leave you with this last thought. You might have a moral problem doing something here to get rid of that review. Like you feel it's unethical and it's violating your own integrity. And I don't ever want you to violate your integrity. Okay? But at the same time, I do want you to choose your battles. You can win a war having lost a few battles. You can also win a battle and lose the war. Okay? So choose your battles and choose your battles wisely. Do you want to fight for hours over a review and a discussion with a patient, or do you want to give that person a couple $100? They're happy, they sign a release, they only get the money after they've signed a release and they've amended the review. So is that tacky? Is that weird? Well, I'm sure it could be made tacky and I'm sure it could be made weird. I'm going to tell you to push through and do whatever you need to get that review down. Do whatever you need to get that review amended. Do whatever you need to do the right thing and come out of this so that people see that you're a professional. At the end of the day, your customers, your patients, your public know that everybody has a bad day. They know that your fellow patients could come in and give kind of a wrong idea. They also know that your team could mishandle things. That's part of life. They just want to see in your review response that you're taking responsibility for it if that review remains, okay? So if you can't get the review taken down and you can't get the review amended, you're going to have to come up with a very, very good response. And I cover that in a whole series of other lessons. So I hope that helps for this scenario. This is a difficult one. It could be an aged person who's pulling the age card, and that is a crazy card. There are a lot of other cards that can be pulled, and the first thing you got to do is make sure that your backyard's clean. So clean it up, do the right thing. Second thing, get the patient in the office, not over the phone. Do not answer this over email and text and such. Get the person in the office. Third thing, make it right. Get their agreement that it is right. Fourth thing, get their agreement that it's right. Can we amend the review? And then lastly, if none of that works and they're refusing to amend the review or pull the review, that you come up with a great response. And those are covered in other lessons. Hope that helps.